Have you ever wondered about the history of Ferrari? When one thinks of speed, luxury, and Italian passion, one name inevitably comes to mind: Ferrari. For over 75 years, Ferrari has been the undisputed champion of automotive excellence, racing prestige, and high-performance design. From its war-torn beginnings to dominating Formula One circuits and adorning bedroom posters across the world, Ferrari is not just a car manufacturer, it is an icon, a symbol of ingenuity, perseverance, and desire. Welcome to History Wonder. The story begins with Enzo Ferrari, born in Modena, Italy in 1898, a lover of racing from a young age. Enzo dreamed not of wealth, but of speed. Following his service in World War I and a bout with the Spanish flu, he began working for small car manufacturers before joining Alfa Romeo in 1920 as a test driver. Enzo's charisma and leadership quickly propelled him into the spotlight, and by 1929 he founded Scuderia Ferrari, a semi-independent racing team under Alfa Romeo's umbrella. The Scuderia initially supported amateur drivers but soon became Alfa's official racing division. However, tensions between Enzo's ambition and Alfa Romeo's corporate oversight grew, culminating in his departure in 1939. Due to a clause in his separation agreement, Enzo couldn't use the Ferrari name for 4 years, so he formed Automotive Costruzioni, initially producing machine tools and aircraft parts. In 1940, he built the AAC 815, a race car that competed in the Mille Miglia. Though it didn't achieve notable success, it marked Ferrari's first step into car production. In 1947, the first car to wear the Ferrari badge, the 125S, was born. Equipped with a 1.5-liter V12 engine designed by Gioacchino Colombo. It was more than a machine, it was a statement. The 125S debuted at the Piacenza circuit. Though it retired due to a fuel pump issue, it later clinched victory at the Rome Grand Prix. Ferrari, as we know it, had arrived. Few logos in the automotive world carry the same weight as the Cavallino Rampante, or Prancing Horse. Its origin story is both poignant and patriotic. The horse was originally painted on the fuselage of World War I fighter pilot Francesco Baracca, a national hero. After his death, Enzo met Baracca's mother, who suggested he use the symbol for his cars for good luck. Enzo took the advice to heart. He placed the black horse on a yellow background, the color of his hometown Modena, topped with the letters SF for Scuderia Ferrari. The emblem would come to signify speed, power, and Italian pride. Enzo Ferrari never hid his true passion, racing. He famously said, "The client is not always right." In his mind, building road cars was merely a means to finance his racing ambitions, and so Ferrari's efforts on the track became legendary. Ferrari's first major win came in 1949 at the 24 Hours of Le Mans with the 166mm. This victory catapulted the brand into international fame. The 1950s were a golden age, filled with triumphs in Formula One and endurance racing. Alberto Ascari brought Ferrari its first Formula One World Championship titles in 1952 and 1953. The 1960s were more contentious. Ferrari faced fierce competition from European and American giants. The most dramatic rivalry came in the form of the Ford versus Ferrari saga. After a failed acquisition attempt in 1963, Henry Ford II sought revenge by building a race car capable of beating Ferrari at Le Mans. It took Ford 3 years, but in 1966, the GT40 finally dethroned Ferrari after its 4-year winning streak. Still, Ferrari continued to win hearts and podiums, cementing its place in motorsport history. Ferrari's racing dynasty didn't end with Le Mans. Ferrari has achieved 16 Formula One Constructors' Championships, 15 Drivers' Championships, over 240 Grand Prix victories, and 9 victories at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The brand nurtured icons like Juan Manuel Fangio, Gilles Villeneuve, Niki Lauda, Michael Schumacher, and Kimi Räikkönen. Schumacher's domination from 2000 to 2004 under team principal Jean Todt and technical director Ross Brown gave Ferrari 5 straight drivers' championships and 6 constructors' titles. While racing fueled Ferrari's passion, it was road cars that kept the factory lights on. Enzo was initially reluctant to build cars for the public, but he recognized the necessity of funding his racing aspirations. The road cars, however, quickly became masterpieces. Each Ferrari road car is handcrafted with a blend of engineering excellence and artistic design. The cars are known for their exquisite curves, snarling engines, and a driving experience that borders on spiritual. Notable models through the decades include the 250 GTO from 1962 to 1964. It's regarded as the most beautiful and valuable car ever made. Only 36 were produced, and prices now exceed $70 million. The 365 GTB, or Ford Daytona in 1968. It's an aggressive front-engine V12 coupe that competed with the Lamborghini Miura. The Testarossa in 1984, a wedge-shaped icon of the 1980s with wide rear fenders and a 12-cylinder heart. The F40 in 1987, Ferrari's 40th anniversary gift to itself and the last model approved by Enzo himself before his death. The F50 Enzo, LaFerrari, hypercars that showcase cutting-edge technology and performance. Today's lineup includes the Roma, 812 Superfast, the SF90 Stradale, and Puro Sangue, the brand's first SUV. Each car maintains Ferrari's ethos, blistering performance wrapped in artistic form. Ferrari's corporate evolution has been strategic and measured. In 1969, Enzo sold a 50% stake in Ferrari to Fiat, giving the company resources to grow while keeping control over the racing himself. Enzo remained at the helm until his death in 1988. Post-Enzo, the company shifted gears under various leaderships. In 2015, Ferrari was spun off from Fiat Chrysler Automobiles, the FCA, and listed on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker RACE. The IPO was a resounding success, further establishing Ferrari as a luxury brand, not just an automaker. Today, Ferrari is worth tens of billions of dollars, with annual revenues exceeding $5 billion. Yet, despite being a public company, Ferrari fiercely guards its exclusivity. It produces just enough cars to meet demand without saturating the market, typically around 11,000 units per year. Buyers often need to meet strict criteria to purchase certain models. Collectors covet the brand for its rarity and heritage. Ferrari even blacklists buyers who flip cars for profit. Ferrari's presence in pop culture is immense, from Hollywood blockbusters like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Miami Vice, and, of course, Ford vs. Ferrari, to dominating racing video games like Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, and F1. Ferrari is a recurring symbol of rebellion, speed, and coolness. Musicians like Drake, Post Malone, and Kanye West frequently name-drop Ferrari in lyrics. Fashion collaborations and streetwear with Ferrari branding further blur the lines between car culture and lifestyle. Ferrari even launched its own fashion line in 2021, aimed at merging automotive DNA with high-end design. The prancing horse doesn't just race, it struts. As the automotive world pivots toward electrification, Ferrari faces a new challenge: how to maintain its identity in a world without roaring V12s. Enter the SF90 Stradale, a plug-in hybrid with a twin turbo V8 and 3 electric motors. It marks Ferrari's first serious step into the hybrid era. In 2025, Ferrari plans to unveil its first fully electric car, but executives have been clear: performance and emotion will not be sacrificed. Sound engineering, battery weight distribution, and even simulated exhaust notes are being meticulously developed to ensure a Ferrari EV still feels like a Ferrari. Meanwhile, Ferrari continues investing in lightweight materials, aerodynamics, and AI-assisted performance. From carbon fiber chassis to digital dashboards, the brand embraces the future without forgetting its roots. Owning a Ferrari is more than a transaction, it's an initiation. Through programs like Ferrari Classiche Vintage Car Certification, Corse Cliente, Historic Car Racing, and tailor-made full customization, owners are immersed in a world few can access. Events like the Ferrari Cavalcade see convoys of owners cruise scenic landscapes in convoy, often with factory support and media attention. For racing enthusiasts, the XX program offers track-only Ferraris that can be stored and maintained by Ferrari itself. It's an automotive concierge service like no other. Ferrari's customer engagement is intense. Personalized factory tours in Maranello, invitations to exclusive previews, and access to new model allocations are part of the privilege. Ferrari is more than just pistons and paint. It is emotion in motion. It is Italian artistry married to engineering excellence. From humble beginnings to the summit of motorsport and global luxury, Ferrari has remained true to Enzo's singular vision. The prancing horse doesn't merely gallop, it charges forward. Through every curve of a racetrack and every stroke of a design sketch, Ferrari continues to redefine what it means to be truly exceptional. Whether screaming down a straightaway or parked beneath a chandelier in Monaco, Ferrari stands alone, timeless, tireless, and eternally thrilling. Thanks for watching. What topics in history have you wondered about? Comment below and let us know what videos you would like to see. And be sure to like and subscribe.